Hi, it's Shireen. Today we're watching The Wheel of Time, Season 2, Episode 8, What Was Meant to Be. I can tell you one thing that was meant to be, me discovering this show and falling in love with it, because it is everything to me. But yes, I'm so stressed. Like right now, I am so excited because I get to watch this show, and I am so anxious because I know it's not gonna, it's gonna be stressful, but like, and I'm also anxious because obviously it's going to end and then it's gonna be 2 years if we're lucky. I mean, I'm praying 1 year. I did see an article yesterday that it said, like, no spoilers in the headline, that said that they did have to stop filming for the strike, and I fully support them, and I stand by them, and I support the actors and the writers in their strikes. I'm so glad the writers' strike ended with them getting a good deal. Fingers crossed the actors will get the same kind of deal. But it doesn't. If it does mean the show's been delayed, I still support them. But at a kind of personal, selfish level, it's like no. But also, that doesn't actually matter in the grand scheme of things. But I know that there was a fairly lengthy wait between seasons 1 and 2, and I'm not prepared for the wait between seasons 2 and 3. This show is everything to me. The support I have had from people who have enjoyed my reactions and who've just welcomed me into this community as I've watched the first 2 seasons this year has been everything. I'm not ready for this, but I'm also desperate and I can't wait any longer. So yes, you can find the unedited version of this reaction, all of my reactions to The Wheel of Time, on my Patreon, and let's go. Yeah, this is the moment again. So he hoped to be locked away forever. That's incorrect. They knew him quite well. His friend. I know something I wanted to talk about a little bit was Siuan, and obviously I disagree with pretty much everything she did in the last episode. I do think that she did it out of believing she was doing the right thing, not out of like being evil or anything. It doesn't mean I agree with her in any way, shape or form. The question really right now remains of just how conscious she was when she watched Moiraine walk through into the ways, because if she was like not too head injury and able to fully see what was going on, like, the Forsaken was going to kill Moiraine until Rand stepped in. So it's not like Moiraine is happily working with her. They're not allies, even though they technically did walk through the waves together. So we'll see. Oh, good. You're just who we hoped would come to this party.
The Watchers shall the dragon be proclaimed.
This is just, yep. This is just awful.
When the time comes, raise the banner.
Oof. Fuck. We obviously couldn't trust her.
I'm the only one who actually cares about you, Rand.
You don't care about him.
Ishamea,
You've been lying, manipulating, and grooming him for your own aims.
Come with me.
I'll be back.
Bless. I'm very stressed.
Why did I wake you?
Oh, sweetheart,
Like,
because you know you need me.
I don't think you should have woken her, to be fair. You survive step by step.
Perhaps it'll hurt more if I take this.
Yeah, she knew the importance of her braid.
Now.
Hair regrows, my darling. Hair regrows. Yep, she destroyed the symbol of your home that you were reclaiming. You can grow your hair again.
I know who kills him. What he uses to do it.
Well, you're very wrong about that. So you can fuck off. You need to... The thing is, it's calling to him, isn't it?
Rare, I will give you anything. We don't have time for this.
Okay, so one thing which is the fact that she's saying, take this off me, which means it can be taken off by the person that puts it on only.
All I have to do is push.
Don't lie to me.
It's not good or pleasant, but it's exactly what that woman has done to her own Dumane, like... But I mean, I don't love that Nynaeve has to go to this dark place at all, but this woman has done worse to less deserving people. Like, I'm not going to cry tears over that woman being mistreated. Hello, sweetheart.
What, to see the darkest parts of yourself?
Some people commented in my comment section, obviously. Where else do you comment? That there's a chance as well that, because thinking over the tea, that it could be as simple as the tea put him to sleep and then Ishmael went into his dreams and messed with him.
I'm not gonna touch it.
I love you, Matt. So with, like, I don't know if he physically can withstand its pull.
I never asked for my bond to be released, nor will I.
Mm-hmm.
Stop pretending how weak you feel. Unprepared,
He knows you.
overwhelmed.
The only reason that I was able to say that you're not my equal
Mm-hmm.
is that you have always been my better.
I knew that was most likely what she was thinking.
Let me back in.
You are bonded for a reason. You love each other. You can help each other. Also, is there a reason she couldn't reopen the ways and travel that way herself? That's why she doesn't necessarily know the way to farm through it. Maybe that was the ways closest to farm. Good. Yeah. Good. Now get walking.
Thank the light. Inter.
They've stolen the horn!
Get help. A lady from Kyrian. They'll realize what we've done soon. We need to get going.
We can't leave Mistress out
The
here.
help a lady from Kyrian.
We are all the heroes of another age's legend. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's time we start acting like it.
Yes, Loyal. Civilians will be caught in this crossfire. Can she... Is she better at the others? Can she target specifically at the people she wants to kill? I suppose most of the civilians have fled this point by now.
Stand aside.
Fuck.
Let us see what is required to earn the Heron Blade on this side of the ocean.
Ooh, so it means something on that side. Fuck. He did.
Birth to death, I serve the blood.
Brainwashed people here. I do, like, our heroes are not afraid to go dark when need be. Like, these guys are slavers. I'm not going to weep for them. I'm going to be mildly concerned at how easy it was for Rand to just kill them, but I'm not going to weep for them. Oh lord. One man could hold 50 here. Fuck. Oh. I don't think you'll be doing much holding, my dear. Intar, thank you for your sacrifice. I'm very sorry. My brain fog, I don't remember names very well.
Lanfear, Luz Therin, and Ishamael were inseparable before the War of Power. They
Interesting.
were best friends.
Just like these kids.
Mm-hmm.
Lanfear planned this.
Yes, she did.
Lady Celine, you're a long way from Kyrian. What do you be doing here?
Oh, the lady from Kyran that helped them. Was it her? Because she wants the horn out of here?
Under attack.
That broken piece of Quaindier I sold you a few months back.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, I
She
think
planned
some that are fully intact.
everything.
6 of them.
Very, very concerned right now about everything that's happening. They know what they're doing. It will call to him. And I'm proud of him for however long he resists. What's he planning? If he slips... He's still got it. Does that count as him holding it? Even if he didn't intend it to?
I thought surely you'd last longer than that before you touched the...
The thing is,
Yes. Good.
I have spent my fair share of time.
If that counted, then they wouldn't be scared. I was just really scared that he would have this really brilliant, clever idea, but it would actually not be enough. But that's good. Well done, Matt. I'm so proud of you.
And I've learned.
I feel like he should have dropped that and grabbed the dead soldier's weapon, so he was armed and didn't have the dagger anywhere near him. He's poor. I love you. I love you.
No.
I'm very, very stressed right now. Was everyone else feeling this ill while watching this? I'm so sick with nerves right now.
Wait, do you hear that?
Jesus Christ. Sorry, we didn't get to save you.
Wait, Baron!
Oh.
I hope your friends can fight. Move!
Okay, we're getting reunions. Reunions are what I live for.
Only works on women who can channel.
I know.
We're the same.
Yep.
You soul damage is so weak in the power the searchers didn't find you.
Yep.
No!
Oh, that's glorious.
The first rule. The only way you're getting out of this collar is if I let you out.
Well done, Egwene. She saved herself.
Let me out.
Mm-hmm. She saved herself. I'm so happy for her. So proud of you, Egwene. You saved yourself, my brave, wonderful girl. Good. Last face she saw. This world is not black and white, good and evil. It's messy. But we do need to, like, make sure these collars get, like, thrown into the ocean or something, because, like, I don't want anyone else getting their hands on them. Though it's so fascinating to think that the Soldam can only use them because they themselves are capable of channeling pathetic amounts. I am so proud of you for surviving, Egwene, okay? So proud of you. You survived and you saved yourself. And we are getting through this. Oh. He's really here, I promise you, my love. Be mad at him as well as be happy, but... I'm so stressed! Because Ishamael wanted Rand here.
Rand will be headed where she is.
Rand, are you sure?
Yes, he's alive. I've seen him with my own two eyes. He's got shit hair, but he's alive.
You must get the hall to them.
I love them so much.
I came to save you, but it looks like you didn't need it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Good, good. Let's not let our guards down, though.
In the flesh this time.
Yes, we are not yet strong enough. Oh god. Oh god.
It's the same as your last life. Look at her. You abandoned her. You made her a killer. If you keep fighting him, you'll turn them all to the dark.
Rand, you didn't abandon anybody. You left them because you thought you'd done the thing you were required to do and they would be safer. If you'd known the fight was still coming, you would have made different choices. Can we now maybe give your magical dagger stick to Perrin? Not because I'm worried he's going to give in to it, but because I'm worried he's going to, like, trip, fall, and accidentally touch it. Like, I'm so proud of Matt, but... Oh, God.
None of this matters if Rand doesn't have that. You're his only hope.
We'll buy you some time. Go!
Matt, my sweet boy, this isn't leaving right now, okay? This is doing what needs to be done. Oh god, oh god, oh god!
Two rivers.
Okay. Oh, the bastard. Papa? He's so scared of wolves, it's just brilliant. Get him, Hopper! You get that bitch! No, don't you dare! He's not alone. Fucking hell. I wanted Hopper to stay. He deserved to have a long, lovely life with Perrin. I mean, the dude, the son, I can't remember his name, is gonna be like pointing the dude. He saved my life, and then I fought with him for a bit, and then he killed my dad, because he won't think the wolf was important. What happens when he blows it?
I remember.
He was able to blow it and summon the heroes of the past? Would it work for anybody who blew it like that, or something? Oh, I'm so proud of you, Matt.
I am one of you.
I have fought by your side times beyond number.
Oh, Matt.
Fight with us once more.
So the horn's not just for the dragon? Or it's... I suppose he is with the dragon, because he's... I'm so happy for Matt that he got to know the truth of who he is. He's a good person, like we always knew. But, yeah. Oh. Well, yeah, so we made an enemy.
Surprised I'm a hero of the Horn.
I love it. So the dragon himself didn't need to blow this isn't the final battle, is it? The dragon himself didn't need to blow the horn. The heroes of the horn needed to do it. And he remembered, so he's got better fighting skills because he remembered. I'm still very frightened he's going to accidentally trip, fall, and touch the dagger. Oh, he's running to Rand, and, like, he kills Rand with the dagger, right? Oh, God.
Oh well.
Is Matt going to, like, go to stab Shamiel? Shamiel's going to poof out of existence, and the force of what he was doing will make him stab Rand? Fucking stressed. Or he's going to throw it, and Shamiel's going to... Yep. Okay, come on, do something. Come on, Egwene. Wake up, sweetheart. You've been through a lot, I know. Nynaeve.
How could you not
Elayne.
see?
I'm sorry.
He knows, Matt. He knows.
Confirmation.
Oh my girl. I love her so much. Everything she's been through.
I think it's Rand they're shielding.
Why? What if those ships are full of innocent people? What if it's not Rand?
I will let 1,000 innocent people die if there's even a chance that he will live.
Oof, that's the kind of grey area choice she makes.
You understand it.
Oh dear, even the slaves. That is a cool shot. This shows fucking everything! Holy shit. I'm so proud of you, Egwene. Nothing to be sorry for. I love her.
Hurry!
I'm sorry.
It's okay, Matt. I love them all so much, Elayne. You were part of my family. You have been for a while now. Welcome. I love them so much. Fucking hell. Is that gonna trouble him in the future? But he's alive.
I'm a shield.
Not for much longer, my darling boy. I love the show. I love you, Moray. Love you, lad. I feel sorry for the slaves. I love you all so much. They're all together. How this mirrors like the beginning of the flashback to 3,000 years ago when he was like, just kill me, and then the dragon was like, I know you crave death, but like I'm gonna do something different than that so we won't repeat this cycle. And now we're here. Oof, the blade is destroyed and the mark is upon his hand. Lanfear's still running around happier than ever. Well, rip. Not. I'm glad he was happy to die. My loves are all together. Lanfear is still around, but this is probably what Lanfear wanted in the short term, so hopefully she'll stay away for now. She trusted her instincts, and her instincts helped.
Above the Watcher shall the dragon be proclaimed.
What Lanfear wanted her to do. This has all gone according to Lanfear's plan, which does concern me greatly. Yeah. I want him back part of that cuddle though, please. Fuck, yep. Like, we won today, but Lanfear got everything she wanted. Is that who? Yep. The heroes of the Horn who include Matt. And they're all together. Okay, well, we're ruining my happy moment. And there they are, the heroes. Lanfear's smile is the worst thing I've ever seen, but other than that, this is lovely. Don't you dare end the show. Okay, don't end with her. I want at least one scene of them all together, just being together, please. Not this bitch being happier than ever. They're broken. Does that mean they're free? The other Forsaken are freed. Not that she wants to dump from the ocean, but she wanted them freed.
Ishamael let us out. All of us. He had his sneaking suspicion you were going to betray him.
Yeah, so she did want to shove them into the ocean, but instead they're all free. So we have people even scarier than Lanfear. That's great.
Stay away from him, Lanfear. His house now. All 5 of them are.
Oh, I'm stressed by this. So Lanfear's the best of the bad options. Just when I mean, she's not smiling anymore, but in a way that makes it feel worse because she's not smiling not because of something we did. Oh, good. No! Yes, I'm like a petulant child, but no! I knew it was going to end. I just really wanted one scene of like them all together. I mean, I know I technically had that because they were all stood on top of the tower, and I know that they are all physically together. But one scene where they probably just got to hold each other and just be like, "I love you. I'm glad you're safe. I'm so sorry for everything you've been through." I mean, I know that's what's happening right now, along with a lot of other shit. But like, I wanted to be part of that and to see it. This freaking show. Like, I want to cry because I love it so much. Like, this show is everything. I love these characters beyond belief. Oh, I want to cry because I love it. I want to cry because it's going to be so long till I can see it again. Taking a second to just soak everything that happened in. I still don't have a favorite character. I don't even have a character that's like not one of them. Like, they are all my favorites. Elayne has joined the party. Loyal, he's hanging out there too. Like, I just love them so dearly and fiercely. I mean, I suppose Loyal isn't quite a favorite character because he isn't in it as much as the rest of them, but he counts. I just love them all so fiercely in such different ways. Oh, where to even begin with this episode because so fucking much happened. So, I did love the way that like it started off with the dragon imprisoning Ishamael for 3,000 years. Hopefully he thought for forever. And saying like, I know you want me to kill you, I know you crave death, but I can't, like this is the only way to stop the cycle. And then us ending up here with the dragon killing him because it didn't work. Okay, so one thing, I'll start with Moiraine and Lan. I knew we couldn't trust Lanfear that she'd take us where she, like, everything that happened this season happened because Lanfear wanted it to. And that is terrifying. Both because she got everything she wanted, and as much as this feels like a victory, it's a victory that's tainted by the fact that Lanfear's there grinning away. But then it ends with someone who even she's afraid of, like, being like, actually, we're playing now. So, like, next season, everything's going to be what softly, softly lady wants. Like, I'm very stressed. And, you know, the fact that her response to that warning and threat was, like, oh, not, I don't know, dark help you, like, good luck, Rand basically was like, fuck, you're in trouble, is like not great because the Lanfear we've known all season would have been a bit rattled maybe, but she would have then been like, I will do my evil planning. But she genuinely seemed like right now her plan is to just get the hell out of Dodge and let them do what they want. I'm very afraid. All the other Forsaken have arrived. Now, one good thing we learned this episode is that there was a lot of infighting between them, makes sense, but that they aren't all on the same page, as we've seen witnessed several times here. So if that is a weakness, and if we are all working together and they are fractured, that could maybe help us. So that's stressful. Moiraine and Lan finally having that conversation about her thing about them not being equals. And you know, I've said from the beginning, it could be in the very literal sense. She has access to the one power, he doesn't, therefore she is superior to him in the one power, therefore she could say, you're not my equal. In the same way that if it was about sword fighting, but I love the fact that he was like, and I accept that, it's fine. And she said, no, you've always been my better. That's the only reason I could say that. Which was the other reason. I was like, she definitely thinks he's better than her. He's a better person than she is. So I loved that moment. And I loved when she led him into the bond again. And they felt each other's, the pain that each one of them had been going through. And just, I think she'd almost forgotten how strong having someone else to lean on and knowing that you were there for that other person makes you as well. It can really help. Perhaps my favourite, other than their reunion moment, was Moiraine trusting her instincts. Because she's been doubting herself all season. Yes, she's still been charging ahead. Yes, it's not a situation where she can afford to sit back and think, I don't know what to do, panic, and not do anything. But you would forgive her for double second guessing herself. But she was like, no, Rand is up there. They are shielding him. I have to stop them. You know, they could have been shielding Ishamael for all she knew, but she trusted her instincts. She knew what was happening, and she ultimately saved the day for Rand. She saved Rand, saved the rest of them. Like, she did the right thing, and it was because she had some of that old Moiraine confidence back, and Lan working to let her do what she does best, defending her. Like, they just worked as their perfect team again, and it was everything, and I'm so happy about it. Okay, then to the White Cloaks. Once again, freaking Child Valder survives, right? Because he got up after Hopper was mourning him and ran off. Does that man have 9 lives? Fucking hell. Obviously, Sun is not going to be very happy with Perrin because he did watch Perrin kill his dad. He'd seen Perrin fight with the wolf, and then, like, obviously when Perrin was killing the White Cloak that killed Hopper, which we'll get to, he'd lost himself. He was quite feral. I mean, understandably, someone they'd, as much as that White Cloak probably would think, yeah, he just killed his wolf, like, so. But for one thing, that is Perrin's companion. They all pack. Like, he was in his mind. Obviously, that White Cloak was, maybe when we first met him, it was like, he might be somewhat sympathetic to our cause. He doesn't seem as bad as the others. And now it's like, I'm going to be looking for him around every corner Perrin turns. Just expecting him to come out of the darkness with a dagger. Like, the man is going to be on a mission of revenge, and he is going to lose himself, and no doubt be ripe for all of the, like, worst, evil people. We've got, like, all of the kind of Valder rhetoric. The worst part of that potentially will turn him, which, you know, we really needed another enemy. But at the same time, that man just he saved Child Valder's life and killed Hopper for it. Like, what the fuck? I know that he's part of the White Cloaks, and I know he believes in the White Cloaks, but we've seen even he be like, that man's a little crazy and a little unstable. Let him be killed by the wolf and say, oh, it was a battle. There was nothing I could have done to save Child Valder. Oh dear, we'll hold him a nice funeral. Hopper. I really hoped Hopper was going to be around for the long haul. You know, at least a little while longer. Like, Perrin just found him, and, like, they shared the connection of having lost someone they loved, their mates, and, like, Hopper was just so sweet and beautiful and lovely. And then he came even because he knew Perrin was in danger, and he saved the day. And if I'd have known he'd have died, I wouldn't have been clapping. But at the same time, he saved Perrin, and that's what he wanted to do because they're pack. And that was very horrible. And I definitely think going forward, Perrin's going to be hesitant to bond. I mean, I feel like he's both going to be hesitant to bond to another wolf because, like, he knows what it's like to lose that bond, but at the same time, he has taken that next step down his wolf brother path. He connected in those last moments. Hopper wasn't alone. They were bonded. They were together. So they were together when Hopper flew away, hopped away into the sky. Perrin's eyes did not revert to being normal. Now, that could happen in the future, or he may have reached the point where he has accepted it enough that his eyes have changed. He's still Perrin. He's just learning more about another side of himself. So that was bloody heartbreaking. I love that he's, like, loyal, and I am very sad that Ingtar died. Because, you know, he was great. He could have, maybe one day he'll come back as another hero of the Horn. I'm glad Citric's alive. I know, like, on my brain fog, I don't remember. He's not been in it enough for me to learn his actual character name. I only learned Ingtar's because he died and I felt bad that I didn't know it. Okay, so I know I'm gonna miss something and I don't want to because so fucking much happened. Right. Matt. I was so concerned he was gonna touch the dagger, take the dagger, and I wouldn't have blamed him. Like, I'm so fucking proud of him for not doing it. I knew he had the strength in him, but at the same time, knowing that the pull that is doing to him, along with all of the psychological torture and onslaughts that he has been getting from the dark side, I would not have blamed him for taking the dagger. I spent most of the episode terrified he was going to accidentally touch the dagger. Like, he needs to almost wear gloves at all times so that if he does slip and touch it, nothing happens. But him figuring out a way that he could wield the dagger against the people that wanted him to wield it evilly was so beautiful. Like, oh, I loved it. That was the bitch pad and Fane fucking skipped off. But I love the fact that he was able to use this tool that they wanted against them. Admittedly, it went the way Shamiel wanted, and he ended up on the tower top with Rand and the dagger, and I had a feeling in that moment Matt was going to do something heroic that was going to hurt Rand, because it seemed that way. And I suppose the future that Min saw did come true. If the others hadn't been there, Rand would have died from that wound. But there are lots of other variables, and Elayne was there. Nynaeve got Elayne there. For Matt, perhaps the most special moment was him blowing the horn and it working. Now, I guess Rand has to blow it in the final battle. It's a big deal that Rand has it in the final battle. So I imagine, does that mean the dragon can also blow the horn and summon the heroes? But Matt is one of those heroes living again. That's his true past self. It is good and honourable and everything we know he is inside and everything he doubted he could ever be. Which definitely says that either there was more to those visions than first met the eye, and that Ishamael was like mucking with them, or that it was entirely just a dream world that Ishamael made up to try and break Matt. So both them, and also the moment when Perrin was like, you've got to get that horn to Rand, nothing matters if Rand doesn't have it, and then Matt was like, but I don't want to leave you, I'm not leaving you. And I was just like, sweetheart, you're not leaving him, you're doing what needs to be done, you brave, wonderful boy. And then he blew the horn because he was desperate. I didn't think it would work, but I thought nothing else would happen. And then they came and he remembered enough to know how to fight. Like, his fighting skills went up several notches. And he was using the dagger against them. And it was just beautiful and glorious. And he is a hero of the horn. And I cannot wait to learn more about that. And I can't wait to see Matt having this knowledge about himself, how he'll carry himself and hold himself. Now, obviously, that is then going to be slightly tempered by the fact that he then accidentally stabbed his friend, but it was an accident. I don't think, even if Rand had died, Rand would not have been blaming Matt as it happened. He would have, he knew he was aiming for Ishamael and thought he was doing a good thing. I don't think anybody would blame him for that. Even I love when Nynaeve came and like knelt next to him and Matt was saying, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, I'm sorry. She even like took his face like to be like, it's okay. Like, she's just, they love each other so much. I fucking love them so much. So Matt, absolutely 10 out of 10 this episode. It's funny, I work on fan videos. I haven't finished any for the Wheel of Time yet, but I will be soon, hopefully. And I've been working on them in between because I'm desperate for more of this show. Like, fan videos, like edits to music. And it's just funny because you go from like Matt looking like one thing and Matt looking like another thing. Both of them have acted Matt very well in my opinion. He's just Matt when I see him now. It's actually when I go to edit, it's weird to me that Matt doesn't look like season 2 Matt. So they did a brilliant job of casting. No shade on the original actor, he did do a very good job. And I do know his name. My brain fog, literally can't remember it, but I promise you I do know all of the names of the actors. Yeah. So I'm very proud of Matt in this episode, and I'm really hopeful that even though there was the small stabbing Rand hiccup, the acceptance he got from it, no one blamed him, no one looked at him badly. I really hope that he is able to grow stronger from this and realize that just because he grew up in a certain family, being raised by abusive parents, doesn't mean he is evil and bad, and hopefully he will be able to find the light within himself. Because his friends have seen it. They've seen it for a very long time. The Dark have taken advantage of all his insecurities and weaknesses, as we know they do, but he is strong and good and wonderful. Okay. Done Perrin. I've done Perrin and Lan, I think. Done Perrin. Done Matt. Nynaeve and Elayne. Nynaeve still hasn't figured out channeling, which I think it's partly because she's got such an epic amount of power that if she were able to channel easily, they would get out of. It's kind of that, like, I don't think catch-22 is the right thing, but that thing where, like, if Nynaeve was fully able to access her powers at this point in the story, they would get through a lot of situations much easier because she would just be like, also how the one part sounds. And you know, I think there is a real mental block in her head between being a wisdom, how she was raised, kind of being a bit anti the Aes Sedai because of her wisdom parent, essentially guardian, her being maybe slightly afraid of just how powerful she could be, how big that power is, what it means, and I don't know, there's just this huge block in her mind. And I think the pressure of needing to do it right now, it's too much. You know, like, yes, when the pressure is there, sometimes that's enough for her to break through and do it because she has to do it. But the fact that she is able to she will manage to do it. We've seen her do it. And I cannot wait for the time she is able to. Because I just think she is giving herself so much insecurity and self-doubt and self-hatred and all these feelings because she's not able to channel, and I really hope that she will be able to figure it out. And we know Moiraine struggled, right? Like, that was the thing she told Rand, that when she was a novice, she really struggled to channel, and then like one of the Aes Sedai came and like tortured her until she could do it. I'm not advocating for torturing, but maybe she will be able to talk to Nynaeve a little bit about it. I presume they're all going to unite, even if they don't all stay together, if they end up going back to the tower and whatnot. Although God knows with the tower and them walking through the ways, like who knows what's going to be happening in the tower right now, because there's dark friends and Black Archer and Suan bleeding on the floor with Moraine walking in with a dark one, like with Dark One's minion. I don't know how things are going to be there, but who knows what's going to happen. If our gang are going to just gang around together, or if our gang are going to split up and do separate missions again. But in the immediate aftermath, hopefully they'll get together and maybe Moraine can kind of share some like stories on like how it felt and is this how you're feeling, and well yeah, okay, I do get tortured into doing it, but what actually helped was to realize that, you know, maybe there'll be some way that she can help her. I don't know, but I loved the moment when Elayne was like, stop, do what you can, you're a wisdom, you can help me, and she was able to do it, because I think she's put so much pressure on herself to be an Aes Sedai that she's almost forgetting the rest of herself. She will always be a wisdom and she will be able to train to be someone that can channel. That's okay, she can be both. So I did love that moment when Elayne was like, nope, I trust you, you can do this. And then, you know, her saying, well, you're coming with me, like, I can't channel, but I trust that you can. Definitely, I think, like, a Nynaeve saying, I'm not the one, whatever Egwene's facing, I'm not the one she needs, you are. I definitely feel like there is some self-hatred going on there that we're going to need to work through, but she got Elayne there. With that arrow through her leg, Elayne was not making it up that tower without Nynaeve. So, you know, they all helped, they all did things, and she was able to comfort Matt a little bit, and they're all together, and all the kids are back together. I'm very emotional about it. Okay, so immensely proud of Nynaeve. I love Elayne, she's a brilliant character. I had seen it said that Elayne, like the name and it being like, this is a character people are really excited about, so I was hopeful she'd be a good character and not a dark friend. She's more or less the only new character they haven't been innately suspicious of. Doesn't matter how nice you seem, I'm like, I sense the dark in you. But I really, and you know, if she's ultimately evil, I will be very sad about it, but I don't think it's very likely right now. I love her. She's a brilliant addition to our group. She's a brilliant addition to the show. And that moment when Rand was like, who are you? And she was like, I'm Elayne. Was a very interesting one. Is there some connection there? Because it seemed like quite a significant moment, but it could also be a very delirious Rand being like, there's some random woman with my friends. Who is she? So I don't know whether that was significant or not, but it was an interesting beat regardless. And I love Elayne is a princess. She's a daughter heir. And other than being a doorway to heir, she is the heir to a kingdom, I presume. Like, she could so easily be imperious and self-righteous and snobbish and awful, and she has none of those things. You know, like we saw when she first moved in, and you know, the person was like, oh, well, bring all your comforts in, and like, yeah, she's a little bit privileged, she doesn't necessarily have, there will be areas like that where she will be a little bit spoiled because she's a princess, of course she is, but her person, who she is, she's remarkably down to earth and wonderful given that. So I love that she was able to help, and I love that she's there, and they're all part there, they can all be friends now, right? Okay, so Perrin, Matt, Nynaeve, and Elayne. I think it's Egwene and Rand left. And then like wider thoughts. If I've missed someone, brain fog sucks. Okay, so I will leave the dragon to last. Egwene. I am so proud of her. I have been wishing I could jump through that screen and hug her most of this season. I mean, to me, I kind of want to hug everyone, but I have just been trying to like say, like, it's okay. We give in when we have to give in. We survive day by day. I had been fully okay if she were to break, if she were to need someone to come and save her. There is nothing wrong with that, especially in the situation she is in. I would not have faulted her for it. But the fact that she was able to save herself using her brain, her wits, was everything. And the fact that, you know, we had like Luz being like, oh, see, you left your friends and now she's a murderer. Like, yes, she killed a very bad person. I'm not going to lose any sleep over that. I'm sure she will feel a little bit of like, I killed someone, and like, she felt them die as well. Like, I'm sure she will experience that, but it wasn't like she killed an innocent person. And you know, they were stood on that tower and she was watching as they were firing down, where there were their own soldiers, the enemy soldiers, and civilians. And they wanted her to bombard the civilians along with like people that had no business being in this fight, and she refused. That tells you that Egwene has not lost herself. She is strong. She is as strong as ever. Her willpower and her sense of right and wrong and morals. She was willing to die. She was willing to lose her hands rather than face that. I love her so much, and I'm so proud of her for after them coming up the wreckage and realizing that when you die it comes off, etc., and the only person who can take it off is the person that put it on, and realizing that she's been using that brilliant brain of hers, and the Sultan had to be able to channel. Like, it was very likely that they had to be able to channel in order to do what they could do, in order to have the connection they can do, in order to see the weaves. And so that moment when she put the collar on that bitch Renna's, oh, it was everything. And then when she was like, "You're just like me," knowing how Renna views women who can channel, oh, I know ultimately Renna is like a product of her upbringing, but she's doing it now. You know, she's gone past the point where you could have any vague sympathy for her for that. Like, she's perpetuating all that's wrong with her society. She's not looking around and going, maybe we shouldn't do this. She's lost cause, and it was glorious, that moment when it was like, "You're just like me," and when she was like, "You're still my Damane, you still feel what I feel," and it's like, yeah, you're her Damane now, bitch. And the fact that Egwene was able to use, you know, was able to say to her, like, "You've just got such a trickle of power that you weren't even picked up." It was just beautiful and glorious, this moment of Egwene saving herself and destroying Renna's hideous self-view of the world at the same time. I feel like, I mean, had she let her live, I wouldn't have been like, "Oh, damn, that was a mistake." I would have been like, "Lol, she's gonna suffer now." But at the same time, I don't feel any great loss. Her Renna not being in this world is not a loss to the world. She did such evil, such torture, that she was just ordering Egwene to fire down onto civilians and then wanted to cut her hands off when she wouldn't do it. I'm like, yeah, in an ideal world, we would be able to just lock her up in a prison and everything would be fine, but that wasn't where we were, and that wasn't where Egwene was in her head right now. But I'm so immensely proud of Egwene for saving herself. Like I said, I would not have faulted her even the slightest bit had somebody had to come and save her. The situation she was in would have been more than deserved to be saved. But I think it will do her recovery from everything she's been through a world of good that she did save herself. And I love that moment when Rand arrived on the rooftop and he was like, "Egwene, I'm here to save you, but I guess you did that yourself." It was everything. And then when she got to look at him and really see that he was alive, and I think this time truly believe he was alive, and I don't know that she's fully processed it. I feel like there will be some anger towards him, you know, there's a lot of feelings there, but I love that he just, and I'm obviously going to come to Rand, I love that he just apologized and kind of, she just was like, "Yeah, a lot's happening." You know, it was just done so well with her saving herself, everything it took out of her, because not only did she use an immense amount of power after having been, you know, mistreated, beaten, tortured all this time, she then felt the life go out of Renna. Like, a lot happened. She saved herself, and I'm so proud of her. And the fact that ultimately, despite everything she's been through, she stood up to Ishamael, and she gave it everything she had to hold him off. Without her doing that, Rand would be dead right now. At best, gentled, he'd be dead. Like, she bought the time they needed for the others to arrive, and it was absolutely everything. And the way she was like, "I'm sorry, you've nothing to be sorry for, my sweet, wonderful girl. Even if it hadn't been enough, you gave everything." And then Perrin arriving, everyone arriving, it was just fucking everything. So I'm immensely proud of Egwene. I love all of these characters so much, and all they do is keep making me love them more. Then we have Rand. Dear sweet Rand. I mean, one thing I do agree with is softly, softly lady being like, "You stay away from him." That's what I've been saying all season. So if one good thing comes out of having an even worse Forsaken, or at least a differently worse Forsaken rocking around, is that Lanfear stays away from Rand, 10 out of 10. I'll take it for now. Because that whole manipulation and grooming, if she had gone up to him and said, "Hi, I'm Lanfear. Yes, don't get afraid, I am technically Forsaken, but we are also in love in another life, and I like to help you because I think I can," or something like that, that wouldn't be manipulating and grooming. That would be a little weird because of the age gap and everything, but it wouldn't be manipulating and grooming. The way she acted with him, the fact that she slept with him and got him to trust her and let herself be vulnerable around her when she knew exactly what was going on and she was using him, it really made me feel uncomfortable watching. And the fact that she's still like, oh, I still love you, I care about you, I'm the only one. Fuck off. But I definitely think in this season we've seen Rand. I definitely think we've definitely seen Rand struggling with being the dragon for sure. Struggling with, I think at this point he's accepted he's going to have to use the one power. He's realised that staying away from his friends isn't going to make him any stronger or save them. Though I will keep saying until my last fucking breath, he didn't abandon them thinking the Dark One was still actively out. Like, he thought he defeated the Dark One and locked him away for another 3,000 years at least. He thought his friends would have long, happy lives without him there to murder them when he lost control. He didn't leave them knowing what was going on. And the minute he found out shit was going on, he wanted to know where they were and to help them. So, I mean, I know that the Dark people keep saying that to him because they're trying to, like, make him insecure and make him doubt himself and make him think, oh, I caused my friends all this suffering, it's all my fault. I know that's what they're doing, but I'm still just like, Rand, don't you listen to them, my sweetheart. But I loved, obviously it's a little scary when you think about some of the choices our characters, including, like, Rand, have had to make. You know, asking Lanfear to come and save him, or the people she killed along the way. The way that he just killed those siege, I'm coming through here with no remorse, no, just, yeah, I'm doing this, bye. Obviously they were bad and evil people, and one thing I will note, he didn't kill the slave, or he left that one alive. He just killed the slavers, and then obviously the slave killed themselves because of brainwashing and horrors. I don't pity the fact that those people are dead. I don't even necessarily think it was the wrong thing to do. Maybe he could have bonked them all over the head. But, like, the world is a better place without those people in it. And this is a society where it would have been a lot... I don't know that he could have escorted them to a prison cell or anything and had them stand a fair trial. So I don't mind him killing them in that sense. What worries me a little bit is the ease with which he was able to do it. All of these characters, I feel like they're at this precipice where they have all taken lives, they've all done things. Even Nynaeve, with how she was talking to the evil slave lady that she was temporarily enslaving, like, they've all crossed the line of, like, the moral line a little bit to get things done. And because the world isn't black and white, the line isn't, you know, it doesn't mean you're all the way evil if you do occasionally things that are a little bit dark. But it does obviously push them that little bit closer, make them a little bit more susceptible. But I do look at every single one of these characters and I'm like, they aren't going dark. Like, they are good to their core. I think Ashamiel was right with the sense that the only way to potentially break them and make them swear to the dark would be to threaten the things they care about, or to do a prolonged period of torture and soul breaking to the point where they would do whatever you wanted. Like, that I think is the only way you're going to get them to go dark, which obviously is very frightening because that could happen. But on their own, I don't care what they do, they are good. With Rand, there is the slight asterisk of his magic is tainted with evil, and it will eventually make him lose control, and he will go mad. That is a problem that even Rand can't really deal with. But we're gonna deal with it later, and I'm personally gonna figure out a way to save him from that. It's all gonna be fine, and I live in a world that is lovely. Oh, I've lost my thread of Rand. Obviously, he saw Egwene, he knew that they were the ones who had enslaved her. I don't blame him for killing them, like I said. Then when he found her and he was like, I was here to save you, but I guess you didn't need that. And the way he just kept apologising to her and was just so gentle with her and not trying to be like, I don't know, but my love, I'm here and I love you and now we must be together. Like, I don't know, he was quite like, I'm sorry, like, I know I'm alive, I'm here, I'm sorry, I thought it was the best thing, I'm sorry. And then he just helped her up. Like, he was just there for her. It was about how he could help her in this moment, not him. And then, of course, him being, like, shielded or whatever, then Matt arriving and stabbing him. It was a lot. There wasn't too much Rand could do in that particular moment. I love the fact that he stood up to Ashamiel and said, will never turn to the Dark One, and I know that in 1,000 lives, I have never served him. I feel that with a certainty. That was a beautiful moment as well, because it's how I feel about him and the rest of these lovely characters. So then, of course, you've got all the shenanigans happening. Shamiel is breaking down like, he's getting to his way. He stands up, he's unshielded, he is on his way. He stabs Ishamael. Ishamael is no more, which, to be honest, is kind of a mercy killing. Ishamael was quite okay with dying. He defeated a bad guy, but the worst thing is that it's what Lanfear wanted. I'm sure the next time, because inevitably she'll see him again. She's obsessed, little grooming bitch. I'm sure the next time they do come, Lanfear, Jesus fucking Christ, Lanfear does come across Rand, she will be like, I told you I'd help you kill Ishamael, and I got you there, and you killed him, didn't you? See, I love you. You know, I'm sure that's what she's gonna do, because that's kind of what she said to Ishamael she was gonna do. But there is one less Forsaken in the world. That is a good thing. Even if it's what Lanfear wanted, that is a good thing. He saved his friends. The city, like, it's good. It is good. And they were all together and here. And then Moiraine did what Lanfear wanted. She banned in the sky, the dragon is here, and the people are so happy. Now, yeah, like, admittedly, the people of Varm, I will give them that, like, they have just been, like, captured and forced to swear an oath and enslaved, etc., and now they're free. I would be very happy too. But I feel like I would be happier if the dragon was not around in my time, because if the dragon is around in my time, then my time's going to be freaking interesting, and you don't want to. There's a reason may you live in interesting times. There's a curse. But yeah, being proclaimed as the dragon, and how is that going to affect him? I mean, admittedly, he was very high up on a tower. I don't know that many people would be able to, like, recognize him again on the street, but how is it going to affect him with kind of this idea of everybody knows now? This isn't a private personal thing he's dealing with. He's not hiding. He can't hide from it. Everyone knows. All the big power players know the dragon is back, and a lot of them know it is him. How will that affect him going forwards? But I'm hoping he's going to have his friends by his side, because I love them. I love them all so much. And I love how much they love each other, and it's going to kill me. This show, I genuinely still want to start crying because I love it so much. Like, I love every single one of these characters and the journeys they've gone on. And, you know, along the way, I've been willing to be like, it's okay if you're suffering. It's okay if you do this little break. It's okay. And they just keep fighting. I can see, I mean, whether this show is identical to the books or its own thing, shows are going to, no adaptation of a thing is going to be 100% perfectly faithful. It just doesn't work that way, unfortunately. But from what people have said, it really seems to me like they've captured, like, I can only imagine that they've captured the essence of these characters and translated them to the screen, because the amount, how successful these books are and how passionate all the book readers are in my comments with how much you love this show, or I mean, most of you love the show, you love these books and these characters, the way I feel about this show and these characters, I can only imagine they've managed to capture some of that essence, if not all of it, onto the screen, and it is everything. I am going to wait until the show finishes to read the books. I am a massive reader, but I found the show first, I'm reacting to it, I feel like I kind of want to go through it, my turn of the wheel this way first, and then I will read the books. But it is killing me to it is killing me to not read the books. But it is just, this show is everything. It is my, definitely up there with my favorite shows of this year. Like, definitely my favorite fantasy show recently. I love The Witcher. The Witcher is a very close second to this, I'd say, in terms of favorite fantasy shows. But there is just, they put something in this. There is something in this that is just like, hey, you're addicted now. I love it so much, and I keep recommending it to people, and people are like, I don't really watch fantasy. I'm like, it's tough. You will love this. No, it is everything. So the moment when they were all up on the tower, all the kids were up on the tower, working together, fighting together, standing there, it was everything to me, and I'm actually really mad at them. There wasn't even a beat of a scene where they were all just together having dinner, having a little hug. Like, obviously there will be some big conversations, like a lot of catching up to do, a lot of trauma recovery, a lot of, why did you let me think you were dead? Why didn't you come with us through the waves? Like, there'll be a lot of shit going on. But also, back to Rand, something I meant to say was that I do feel like a little part of him is beginning to trust Lanfear, or I don't think he trusts her, but like, I feel like his guard with her isn't as up as it used to be, but at the same time, it kind of can't be given everything that's happened. No, I love these characters, and I love them. I love the moment when Moiraine was saying how Lanfear, Luz, and Ishamael were super close, like inseparable, and then he would, Lan was like those kids, because that is true, and I love them. And I love that Marie and Lan are back together. I love the kids are all together. The dragon has been proclaimed. I'm in a little bit of despair that it's going to be a very long time until we get this show. I mean, the fact that it's delayed because of the strike, I fully support, and I will wait those extra months. That is fine. But the fact that it's not going to be like, regardless, it was going to take ages. That is not okay with me. Absolutely phenomenal show. I would give anything for this show to even be 10 episodes long, 13 episodes long. I mean, I'd give anything for it to be 20 odd episodes long, but I know shows of this type, fantasy shows, even in, like, they rarely are that long. But 13 episodes, they could be 13 episodes. I adore this show, I adore these characters, I have adored every step of the way along this journey. I'm definitely going to be rewatching this show a lot. I'm definitely going to be making fan videos and fan edits. I won't be watching other people's fan videos and fan edits, just because there is a small chance that, like, they might, I don't know, put in some extra footage from like a different show and try and, like, they might spoil something essentially. It's also killing me because when I love a show, I do like to read fan fiction, but I'm also like, fan fiction could just spoil stuff from the books. So I am staying fully out of that world. I am just watching my reactions, other non-book reader reactions, a couple of them, and staying as spoiler free as possible. Thank you again, Rapunzel and Kate, for being my moderators for these comments to keep me spoiler free. I love the show. Thank you so much to everybody that has commented, welcome me into this fandom, welcome me to this show. This show feels like home, both when I'm watching it and just when I read my comments, so that is lovely. I already miss this show so much. Like, I genuinely now want to start crying because it's not going to be on next week, but I'm going to rewatch it, and it's going to be everything. Thank you so much for all of your support to these reactions. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon. And thank you so much for watching.